Hello everyone, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I'm Taffany and I'm here in the courtyard garden so I can finish up the last of the planting along this long fence here. It is in the middle of the day. It's like 90 degrees, so I decided to work back here in the courtyard garden where I can be in some shade a little bit. One half of the garden is sun right now. The other half is shade, but it's enough. So we're going to get that done right now. I've run out of all of my starter fertilizer. So I'm just going to plant, and when I get some, I'll just kind of sprinkle it around the roots. But I also got my hands on another white sun patience. So I'm going to fill in that last empty spot over in the corner so that we can have a full row of sun patience here. So let me show you what I have back here to plant, and then we'll get started. Okay, guys, so these are the things that we are going to get planted today. Let's start over here in the corner where we have a sun patience. I have one more white sun patience to fill in this empty spot. And let me tell you, I got lucky. They only had about 3, maybe 4 left, so I grabbed one. Here you can see the Wendy's Wish Salvia that is already planted. And then I have this beautiful lily. Look at how gorgeous that is. And then I have another Wendy's Wish Salvia to put in ground. And over here, there are 2 Wendy's Wish Salvias on each side and another lily. And this lily is called Canova Gold Leopard. So you can see it. It's a Canna lily called Canova Gold Leopard. And it is gorgeous. And it says, here's the information. It needs full sun. It grows 30 to 48 inches tall. And it blooms late spring to late summer. So this is going to be gorgeous, and it is going to add that pop of color that is needed up against this fence to bring some life to it. Because we've got a lot of green, we've got the white, but we definitely need something else. So when the Wendy's Wish Salvia gets bigger, it will, provide a nice complementary color. I'm struggling with my words here. It will provide a nice complementary color to it. Here are larger ones right here. So that is what these will look like eventually. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get these planted in ground. And like I said, I ran out of my starter fertilizer, so we're just going to plant. And then when I grab some more, I will sprinkle it around the roots. But we'll get these planted and watered in for today. And another thing I was thinking about doing is those white roses in the bedroom garden. They're sitting right in front of the sprinkler and they're getting brown spots and stuff. I was thinking of cleaning them up, pruning them, and putting one on each side back near the fence of these Blue Point junipers so that the fencing can actually have some color back there. So that is a thought that I have. I'm not sure. I'm going to think about it some more as I get these things planted. So let's get started. guys, I have everything done and it looks good. I love, can you see? Am I blocking? Well, anyway, I love the pop of color of that yellow up against the fence. It was well needed. And I think the roses will look good back here. We'll see if they bloom. It's a little more shade, but because this tree over here has been cut down, it's not a fully shaded area anymore like it used to be. That tree was cut down just a couple months ago now or so. So, you know, this summer will be my first summer having to watch this area without that tree because I need to see how the lighting is going to be. But I'm going to give those roses a shot back here because I feel like there needs to be something else next to the Blue Point junipers for right now until they get bigger. And this can add some nice color with those white roses if they do good back here. We're going to see. But first, let me show you close up what everything looks like. I'll show you what's going on with those roses and then we'll get them pruned and then everything will get watered. All right, so we're going to start with the good stuff first. Let me back up. I'm going to get to the other side of this circle bed so you can get a full view of that back there so you can see the two yellow cannas popping up. I think that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And starting here, we've got that sun patient in ground there. It's going to be the one in the most shade, so we'll see how it goes. And then here is where the lilies and salvias are in this section here. And then this section here has lilies and salvia. And while we're over here, here are the roses, one there and one there. And then let's take a look over here. Here and here. And before we talk about these roses, I'm going to back up for a full-on view of that long bed back there. I am starting to love that bed so much. All right, now let's talk about the roses. So because these roses were sitting right in front of a sprinkler head, it has bare legs. It has leaves on top, bare legs on the bottom, but you can see there, I kind of covered up some, but you can see there is an attempt to grow some leaves back there. Same here. If you look down inside, you will see there are new leaves coming up in there. But again, bare leg with leaves on top. And then when we come to this one, even though it has several buds up there, you can see it has a few leaves down on the bottom, but it's bare-legged as well. And this one, which sat on the other side of the sprinkler and didn't get sprayed directly, is full all of the way down. But we're going to prune all of these roses and see if we can get them to thicken up and give us new fresh leaves and get off all the brown leaves. And it'll also reduce the stress from them being transplanted, especially in this heat. So let me grab my pruners and let's get these pruned down and then we'll get them watered. right, guys, so I have the roses pruned and I got all of the leaves with the brown spots and stuff off. So let me show you what it looks like. It's basically sticks. It's all that's there. I'll go ahead and start with this one on this side since I'm already over here. So you can see that one. That's the one that had leaves all of the way down to the bottom. I pulled off all the brown leaves and pruned it down still. Same here. And here. And I see places where I could still prune some more. And here. So let's hope that they, start to grow leaves and really add a nice white floral backdrop. But everything's all planted and I'm excited about those cannas. All right, guys, that is going to be it for today. I want to thank you for joining me in the garden and I will see you in the next video. Bye.